Alright, this next problem is dealing with formic acid, which is HCHO2. We do keep those two hydrogens separate. It's because it's an acid. That's something we'll talk about later as to why. And it is burning with oxygen according to this reaction right here. So this is a combustion reaction. We're reacting with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water, and it's already balanced for us. So the question is then, we've got 3.15 grams of formic acid. It's burned in excess oxygen, so plenty of oxygen, not going to be a limiting reactant problem. What mass of carbon dioxide would we produce? So as always, let's consider that we are dealing with grams to moles to moles to grams. And in this case, formic acid is going to be on this side. That's our known. And we are going to carbon dioxide. That's what we're trying to find over on this side. So let's go ahead and hop right to the question, to the stoichiometry. So our given in this case is 3.15 grams of formic acid, and we're trying to find the mass of carbon dioxide. So that means we're going to go all the way from grams to grams. So we have 3.15 grams of formic acid, which is HCHO2. So the unit on the bottom is going to be grams of formic acid. And the unit on top, we're going from grams to moles. Still dealing with formic acid, would be moles of HCHO2. So the mass of formic acid would be 46.0 grams for every 1 mole. Cancel, cancel. Now we can make our moles to moles transition. To do that, we're going to look at the balanced equation. So moles of formic acid, we see up here there's only 1 mole. So that means on the bottom we'd put 1 mole of HCHO2. And we are trying to find the moles of carbon dioxide right there. We see there's 2 of them. So we're going to put 2 moles of CO2 on top. Every 1 mole of formic acid produces 2 moles of carbon dioxide. It's a 1-to-2 ratio. Cancel, cancel. Alright, now we are going from moles to grams. So moles of CO2 will go on the bottom. And up on top will be grams of CO2. So if we add together the molar masses, it's 44.0 grams for every 1 mole. Moles cancels out moles. And we're left with grams of carbon dioxide is our final unit, which means we are now ready to solve this equation. So we're going to multiply 3.15 by 2, and then multiply that by 44, and divide the whole thing by 46. And that gives us a theoretical yield of 6.03 grams of carbon dioxide.